The world feels normal today. The sun is shining, people are going to work, children are playing in parks. But beneath our feet, a giant sleeps. This is not a normal mountain. It is a supervolcano, a force of nature so powerful it can change the world in an instant. Most people do not think about it. They live their lives unaware of the immense pressure building deep within the Earth's crust. They trust that tomorrow will be just like today. This trust is a fragile thing, a thin layer of calm over a boiling pot. We often believe that the worst things happen to other people, in other places, but some threats are global silent waiting. Imagine a day that starts like any other, but something is different. A strange feeling hangs in the air. The news reports are confusing, speaking of tremors in a place you have only seen on maps. Then the alerts begin. This is not a drill. The sleeping giant is waking up. Let us begin. What is a super-eruption? It is not like a regular volcano. A regular volcano builds a cone-shaped mountain. It erupts with lava, it erupts with ash. A supervolcano is different. It is a vast underground chamber filled with magma. This chamber can be miles wide. When it erupts, it does not just blow its top. The entire ground collapses into the empty magma chamber. This creates a massive depression called a caldera. The explosion is thousands of times more powerful than a regular volcanic eruption. It is one of the most violent events our planet can produce. It has the power to alter life on a global scale. The danger comes in many forms. First, there is the blast itself. It would be catastrophic for hundreds of miles around the volcano. Everything in its path would be instantly destroyed. But the biggest threat is the ash. A super-eruption throws a colossal cloud of ash. A super-eruption throws rock. A super-eruption throws gas. This cloud is so thick it can block out the sun. Imagine a dark gray blanket covering the sky, not for a day but for months. Imagine a dark gray blanket covering the sky or even years. Supervolcanoes do not erupt without warning. The immense pressure building deep underground causes changes on the surface. Scientists monitor these signs constantly. One of the most important signs is earthquake swarms. These are not single, large earthquakes. They are clusters of many small tremors happening frequently. If the number and intensity of these tremors increase near a known supervolcano, it is a major red flag. It means that magma is moving beneath the ground. Another critical sign is ground deformation. As the magma chamber fills, it pushes the ground above it upward. This swelling can be measured with GPS and satellite technology. Scientists look for changes in elevation, sometimes just a few inches a year. But if the ground starts to rise much faster, it is a sign that the chamber is filling rapidly and pressure is building to a critical point. Changes in geothermal activity are also a key indicator. Hot springs, geysers, fumaroles. If new vents open up, or if existing ones become hotter and more active, it is a cause for concern. The chemical composition of the gases being released can also change. An increase in sulfur dioxide, for example, is a classic sign that fresh magma is rising closer to the surface. This is the signal that you must put your survival plan into action. Before the eruption, your actions are the most critical. When the official warnings are issued, you must act immediately. Do not fall into denial. Do not wait for more proof. The first decision is whether to evacuate or shelter in place. Evacuate. Shelter in place. If you live within the primary blast zone, hundreds of miles from the volcano, you must evacuate. Leave everything behind that is not in your emergency kit. Your goal is to get as far away as possible, as quickly as possible. Roads will become clogged. Follow designated evacuation routes and have alternative routes planned. The key is to leave early. If you are outside the immediate blast zone, sheltering in place may be your only option. The sky will fill with ash, making travel impossible and dangerous. Your goal during the eruption is to seal yourself off from the outside world. Stay indoors. Close all windows tightly. Close all doors tightly. Use duct tape. Use plastic sheeting. Seal gaps around doors. The ash is toxic and abrasive. You must prevent it from getting inside your shelter at all costs. Your safe room becomes your entire world. After the initial eruption passes, the long-term survival phase begins. Do not go outside unless it is absolutely necessary. Your emergency kit is your lifeline. You should prepare it long before any disaster seems likely. Think of it as a small, portable ark filled with everything you need to survive. The foundation of your kit is water. You need at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. A 3-day supply is the absolute minimum. For a super eruption, aim for a 2-week supply or more. Next is food. Stock non-perishable food that requires no cooking or refrigeration. Canned goods, protein bars, dried fruit. Make sure you have a manual can opener. Beyond food and water, your kit must contain other essential tools for survival. A battery-powered or hand-crank radio is crucial for receiving emergency broadcasts. Flashlights with extra batteries. A comprehensive first aid kit is non-negotiable. Your shelter is your fortress against the ash-filled world. The best place is an interior room with no windows. Before the disaster, identify this room. Stock it with your emergency supplies, use pre-cut plastic sheeting, duct tape, cover windows. Your goal is to create an airtight seal that protects you and your family from the toxic air. Think about long-term needs. In a long-term crisis, the greatest battle is often fought inside your own mind. Fear, anxiety, despair are as dangerous as the physical threats outside. The darkness of a volcanic winter is not just physical, it is psychological. The loss of normalcy, the isolation, and the constant uncertainty will test your mental resilience. Acknowledging this is the first step to building your mind's fortress. It is okay to be scared. The key is not to let that fear paralyze you. Your mental health is a resource you must protect as carefully as your food, water. You must have a plan to manage stress and maintain hope. One of the most powerful tools for mental survival is routine. In a chaotic world, a predictable schedule provides a sense of control and stability. Wake up and go to sleep at the same time each day. Schedule times for meals, checking the emergency radio, assigning everyone in your shelter a specific job gives them a sense of purpose. Communication is essential. Share your fears and listen to theirs. Limit your exposure to distressing information. Focus on the present moment and the next immediate task. Finally, you must actively cultivate hope. Tell stories, play games, and sing songs. They are acts of defiance against despair.